Welcome to Ford High School Weekly. I'm your host, Deanna Mate. Everyone noticed when the COVID pandemic canceled the state basketball tournament and spring sports in 2020. What they didn't notice is it canceled a lot of things in the summer that help student athletes get recruited. Things like 7-on-7 events, summer camps, AAU basketball tournaments, and even recruiting trips. So therefore, less opportunities for kids in high school to get an opportunity to get a look by college coaches.
Ready, go. Quick feet. Good.
Now that things are opening up, events are starting to take place. One of those, Prep Redzone Oklahoma Spring Showcase in Owasso.
Good work right there, come on. Good. Keep your eyes up, don't look at the bag. Eyes up, I gotta see the running back.
So, Ford High School Weekly took the crew out to get some fresh air and to look at some of the high school football players out there trying to make an impression.
I'm standing here with the website director of Prep Redzone, Michael Knight. Michael Knight, thank you for having us out here today, man.
Absolutely, I'm glad that you guys are out.
So, what are the things that we can be expecting today from today's, little ordeal?
Competition, exposure, that's what this is all about, is giving these kids an opportunity to compete against some of the other great players here in the state of Oklahoma. They're going to be able to be coached by some really great coaches that we've put together here. And then the biggest deal is get exposure, not only from our website, but guys like yourself, being able to give these kids a brighter spotlight. And then we have over 10 college staffs here that are going to be evaluating and hopefully dishing out a scholarship offer here and there.
Yeah, I like to hear that. Kids love the schollies. Yeah. So how did this all come about?
We knew that, coming into 2021, especially after last year with everything, with COVID shutting everything down, that, we wanted to bring this to Oklahoma. We're a national company. We're in over 30 states with Prep Redzone. Oklahoma is just one of them. And I told them from the start that Oklahoma was a football-hungry state, was a state that, would have a good showing at an event like this. So we knew that coming into this year we were going to do something like this. It took a little bit longer. It's called the Spring Showcase, but we're doing it in June. But we're happy to be here, and we got some great competition on deck.
So with COVID going on last year and all the situations that's played, a part in recruiting where coaches can't come out and some kids being looked over because of that aspect, was this one of the main reasons why you wanted to put this on, or did it just kind of help the cause?
It absolutely did. I mean, this has been a dream of mine, to bring an event like this to Oklahoma for years now. I've been covering high school football in Oklahoma for about a decade, and I've always wanted to bring events like this here because there's too many times where kids feel obligated to go out of state to go to camps. There's not very many events like this in Oklahoma, so to be able to bring this type of thing to our state, to be able to get these kids more exposure, more competition, and they don't have to drive down to Dallas anymore to do it. They can go, to their own backyard, or if they're from the west side of the state, just drive a little bit further east instead of south, and you'll get that competition. So we knew that this is always something that we wanted to do, and the biggest thing with COVID last year is these kids know that these opportunities are few. After what they witnessed last year, they know not to waste the time that they have in the summer to go compete, get better, get evaluated, and hopefully get exposure to go compete at the next level.
Speaking of some of those kids, who are some of the kids that you're, looking forward to perform and take the field here today?
Yeah, we got a great group of kids in the 24, 23, and 22 classes. So we have some great incoming seniors that are going to be here, as well as a really, really talented junior class led by, Owasso quarterback Austin Havens. Got his start last year at Owasso. He's going to be very comfortable in this setting here. We also have a really talented 24 kid in Isaac Covington from Booker T, Washington. Not too many freshmen start at Booker T with all the talent that they have, and he was able to start last year for them. So I'm really excited to see what he brings to a camp dynamic and competing against some of the other great players at his position.
Well, I'm sure Oklahoma football really appreciates you guys putting this on, and we're looking forward to see what we see on the field here today.
Yeah, it should be a great day. Hopefully the weather holds off all day for us, and we should have some great competition. Thank you guys for coming out.
Next up, we talked to a few players about their experience at the showcase, including some of Oklahoma's finest, when Ford High School Weekly comes back.
4-4 is the fastest you ever ran?
Yeah.
He was hyped about that thing?
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Fast this year.
I was across the field over there, and I saw you moving. I was like, oh no, he moving. Oh, he booking. Is 4.5 the fastest you've ever run the 40 in?
Yeah, so I did it so I actually got here at 4 a.m. today. I drove back overnight. So I ran it yesterday in the afternoon, 4.55, and 4.52 today. So.
Dang, that flight did you well, huh?
Nah, I drove it.
You drove?
Yeah.
About 100 hopeful football players came out here to Owasso today to participate in the Prep Redzone Spring Showcase. Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. We're talking with Owasso defensive lineman Michael Jamerson. Jamerson, how's it going, my man?
It was going good. Just got back from SMU. I'm looking to put in some more work right now. Make sure I'm getting looked at by a lot of coaches right now and keep grinding.
So what brought you out here to the showcase today?
Just to show what I'm about and put my name out there. I'm tired of getting slept on and I'm just ready to eat.
I hear that. So as far as, the summer workouts and the programs that you guys are doing, and what are you doing this summer to, kind of get your name out there some more and get your team ready for this upcoming season?
Basically, I'm just making sure I'm being a leader on and off the field, making sure everybody is putting in extra word when the coaches ain't looking, and basically trying to get another state championship up on that board.
I hear you. So you just mentioned some of the camps that you've been to. You just came back from SMU. What other schools are looking at you right now?
When I got done with the SMU camp, I have Auburn, Miami, Minnesota, Washington State, Washington, and OU right now.
Dang, so you got your pick of the litter, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, hey, when you make that decision, come over here and talk to your boy. You hear me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Right now, we're talking with Keelan. He's a wide receiver at Owasso. Keelan, how do you feel about being at the showcase right now, man?
It feels really nice. I was just at a camp yesterday, but this summer, last summer we didn't have any camps to go to because of COVID, and now they're having a camp at Owasso. It's really nice. I live like 7 minutes away, so in my hometown it's nice.
Yeah. So double duties, huh? So
Yes,
what camp were you at yesterday?
I was at the University of Central Missouri, and I got an offensive MVP. So.
Oh, really? So you was showing out, huh?
Yes, sir.
So what you planning on doing today?
I'm showing out again. I know a lot of people here, but it's just time to grind, get offers.
So you just mentioned that you've been to a couple of camps this summer already. What's your game plan for, getting your name out there and getting prepared for the season this year?
Really to get with the coaches. One-on-ones when it's time to show out. You just got to grind, show out, just compete, get in line first, and just show the coaches what you got.
So you got the offensive MVP at the camp you were at yesterday. What are you going to bring to that, from that experience to today? What did you do yesterday that you're going to do today to try to, show yourself and get your name out there?
Really just, be coachable. Listen to the coaches what they're saying, because, they're trying to help you to get better, to evaluate your game. So, what I did, I just took what they said and brought it into my game during one-on-ones and used the moves that they told me to use and just showed out.
So I know you're an athlete, you look fit. What's the 40 time you expecting today, man?
I'm trying to get like a low 4.5.
So as far as speed and agilities, what do you think you bring to the field that, kind of sets you apart?
Really, my hands, smooth out runner. Like you said, speed. That's really all.
Yeah. So now that it's at Owasso and you got a bunch of your teammates out here, any bragging rights on the table?
A little bit. I know some of them can't guard me. So.
I hear you. Well, thank you so much, man, for joining us here today, and I appreciate it. Good luck out there, and we're going to be watching you during the season. And Isaac Covington from Booker T. Washington. Now, you did a lot of things this season to put yourself on a stage where people are looking at you. Now, what do you got to do during the summer?
Man, just grind hard and make sure my team is grinding hard too, because I want to make it to state championship this year, get that gold ball.
All right, so now when I'm talking to you, I'm seeing like this attitude, this bravado that, hey, you about to take it over this summer. Now tell me, what's the game plan? How are you going to accomplish that?
Taking some of pride seriously and like just attacking every goal with like a winning mentality, because if we don't do that, we're not gonna have a winning mentality when the season comes.
I hear you. I hear you. So now at this showcase, what are you looking to do? What are you looking to show out?
Man, show my defensive ability to like backpedal and stuff at safety.
So I gotta ask, man. What's that 40 time gonna look like, man? You about to get ready to go on the field? What's that 40 time looking like?
I don't know, cause that TU camp, it ate up my legs. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's probably gonna be like a 4.7, 4.6.
Oh yeah, okay. But I've been noticing a lot of these players. They were at camps yesterday and they decided to come out today. Do you think that's a disadvantage or advantage of having a camp on a Sunday and doing double duties?
Yeah, I think that's like a disadvantage. But I mean, like, I'm still gonna have to attack this like I would if I didn't go to a camp yesterday.
I hear you. I hear you. So anything we can expect from Booker T this football season?
All I'm gonna say is we got Gentry back and we got a lot of returning stars. All I'm gonna say is just expect us to be in the championship this year.
Blaze Berlowitz, quarterback over here at Cushing, over here ready to show out at the showcase. So how's it going, man?
Good. How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. So I've heard a lot of good things about you, but what I want to know is, are you ready to show out at the showcase?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am.
So how's the summer been so far?
It's been good. Just been working, lifting, throwing. So it's going good.
So you've been to a couple of camps so far. What camps have you been to, and how'd they go for you?
I've been to one. It was in Kansas City. It was a 6-star. So it was good. I had fun. So I'm excited for this one too.
Any other plans this summer as far as traveling and getting your name out there a little bit?
Yes, sir. I'm going to one this week in Iowa State, and then I'm going to Pitt State the week after, and then I have one in Dallas with my quarterback coach. So I'm looking forward to those as well.
So, I mean, you mentioned a lot of camps recently. Is it important as a quarterback to go to these camps during the summer, or is it just something that you prefer to do?
I think it is important just to get your name out there. It's how you get looked at. So, and just to show what I can do. So I'm excited for that. So
this upcoming season, what are you planning on doing, or what is your team looking forward to the most?
We're obviously chasing that gold ball, so I'm excited for that. I think we have a good shot. We're gonna make a run, so that's just what we're looking forward to. I'm ready for it.
I hear you, man. Well, thank you for talking with us, and good luck out there today.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Standing here with my man, Devon. Hey, man, what brought you out to the showcase today?
I was kind of trying to looking at colleges, camps to go to this year, because last year all the camps got shut down because of COVID. So really any camp is a good camp, and that's why I came out here.
Yeah. So who brought you out here today?
My dad.
Yeah. So y'all, is this kind of like a father-son thing that you guys get to do, especially with you being in high school and going to camps together and riding around the state?
Oh yeah, it's fun. We definitely had a lot of bonding moments over little football camps and recruitment and stuff, and he's helped me out a lot. I owe everything to him.
Hey, man, my dad did the same for me, so I understand. We got a lot of good stories about going around the state, talking to players and coaches. So as far as, some of the camps in this summer, where have you been and where are you looking to go?
The big one this year, we're looking to go to the Colorado School of Mines one up in Colorado in about a week. That's kind of been the focus.
Yeah. So how are you preparing for that?
There's this Coach Jeff, that we've kind of been working with.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
So as far as camps and being out here, what kind of, drill or obstacle are you really targeting to impress some of the coaches then?
So I'm a DN, but I'm a little of an underweight DN, but I'm strong. So it's kind of my speed's like the kill for DN.
Yeah. I like that. Get around the corner, the corner.
Exactly.
So as far as coming up this summer and going into the season, what are you looking forward to as far as your team, and what do you guys need to do to kind of, push to the next
As in
level?
my school team?
Yes, sir.
So my school team is actually 8-man. I go to Regent. So we're real tiny, so no one really knows about us. But to go to the next level, it's obviously like unity. Like we're the type of school where like everyone plays everything. So I'm trying to be like a strong leader for the team so that the team can go places this year. We've been to the state finals 2 of the last 3 years, so we're trying to reach that same bar.
So 8-man football, you said everybody plays, every position. What are all the positions you play?
So there's only 3 linemen, and then we have 2 outside receivers, a running back, and a quarterback. We have 3 outside receivers, my fault. And then so the receivers and the running back, they're all kind of there's kind of 2 groups. You have the linemen, then you have like the skills, but all the skills kind of interchange.
Yeah.
So there's not really. It's just kind of how it is in my school. It's
totally different, man. I hope we get to go out to a couple of your games, man. I appreciate you talking to us, and good luck out there in the showcase.
Thank you.
I'm Deanna Mate here on Ford High School Weekly.
It wasn't just players that we caught up with at the showcase. We spoke with some coaches and familiar faces to football fans in Oklahoma. When Ford High School Weekly continues.
Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. I'm your man, Deanna Mate. I'm standing here with my man, Kenyatta Wright, over here, coach of Vian. How's it going?
Doing good, doing good. Great day to be out here.
Yeah. So speaking of being out here, how did they get you to come out here and help them out over here at the showcase?
Well, Michael, he approached me about this idea of really having a showcase for kids in Oklahoma, and there really wasn't one that was run. And I told him, man, anything that we can do to help out these kids get in the spotlight, not even just my own kids, but Oklahoma kids. I wanted to be able to be a part of that.
Speaking of your own kids, do you have any players out here today? Or
no, we just finished up team camp, so we kind of gave them a 4-day vacation. The kids that probably should be here, they're on vacation this week, but and they'll get seen at some point. My sons, they're in college, so they're not here today either.
So I've always wanted to ask this. At these camps where you come and you volunteer and you give your time, are there some advantages as a coach where there's some players out here that are competitors or get to see what they can do and get some early, kind of game tape on them?
Well, for me, it's really, none of that stuff matters to me. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, what a kid does in June, they'll probably be totally opposite in August because just the way they are. But it's all about helping the kid. A lot of these kids we do compete against. Now, a quarterback, if you're a defensive coordinator and you see a quarterback out here spinning it, you better get prepared a little bit faster. So the mental approach of it for a coach, if you see some guys like that stand out, yeah.
So as far as this day and age of football and recruiting, and especially everything that we went through last year, how important is this showcase to display these kids' abilities and get them, some looks?
Well, in Oklahoma, I feel like that we have a lot of hidden talent. We say hidden because of the national landscape of how recruiting is. So these events are paramount to have kids showcase and also have college coaches come and look. And, everyone has that D1 dream, but I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of good football and a lot of good education and the lower Division II colleges, and I think that's where kids can make their mark on days like this.
So speaking of days like this, what are you looking forward to most today about this event and this showcase and, coaching up some of these kids?
Well, obviously with COVID, there's probably a lot of kids that are kind of behind in their conditioning and stuff like that. All I'm looking for as a linebacker coach is just who's going to compete the hardest. And we're not worried about how good a shape you're in today, June 6th or 7th or whatever it is, but how are you competing. Now, you can find a guy like that can play for you if they'll compete hard.
Yeah, we're looking out here for competitors, guys.
That's it. If you can't compete, I'm going to tell my guys at the first, it's like a linebacker is a dog, and if you won't fight, guess what we have to do? We have to put you on the porch. And so those are guys that the college coaches are looking for. They're looking for guys that'll fight.
Talking with my former teammate, good buddy of mine, Mr. Smith is what they call him. New football coach for the Union Redskins.
Yes.
How's it going over there, my man?
It's going real good, man. Over there with a lot of great guys. Coach Fred, great coach always. Of course, he coached me when I was in high school. But right now, he's just, pretty much just reinstilling into them what Union is really all about, trying to get back to the glory days. So once we get that done, I think we'll be good.
So now you're at the showcase. What brought you out here, and what are you looking forward to see?
So I actually went to school with Mike, and so honestly, that's how we ended up getting connected, of getting me out here and, meeting some guys around the town. But honestly, I'm just here to see, what is out there, On top of that, just to instill some more knowledge into the youth. That's what I've always wanted to do, and I've been blessed to be able to even just be here and to do that, so why not take advantage of it?
Speaking of the youth, who are some of the players maybe from Union or around the area that you're looking forward to seeing out here today?
So we don't really have too many Union guys out here right now. We have one who is Jennings right now. He's actually one of our guards, but he's actually the only one we have. Other than that, everybody else is just getting ready for tomorrow in our strength conditioning. Got to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get those guys right,
I hear you. I remember those 6 o'clock workouts.
Yes, they were some different, but it's well worth it, Put us on a whole nother level. It got us prepared, so,
Well, I mean, shout out to Coach Glass. I mean, got the biceps looking right. Body by glass. But as far as, some of the bodies that are out here today, what are you looking to instill in them? And I know you said you want to, teach and inspire specifically football things. What are some of the things that you see at these camps that you really want to instill in the players?
So for me, again, I play running back. And a lot of times people think that because you're a running back, they just want to, you're supposed to go out there and just use your athletic abilities, and that's not true at all. To be a running back is almost the same as being a quarterback. We still have reads, even on our runs, we have certain triggers that we're supposed to be trying to find when, pass protection, things of that such. So those are things that I want them to understand that, not just being out here and just being a guy, really study the game, really get to know what's going on, and so that when you get out there, the game is just, slowed down for you, and it makes everything just that much easier for you.
Well, good luck with that, and good luck instilling the game into the youth, my man.
Thank you very much.
That's my boy, Jeremy Smith. This is Ford High School Weekly, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. There were a number of players that impressed us at the Prep Redzone Oklahoma Spring Showcase, but a couple of these players really stood out to me. There was 3 in particular. Number 1 was Jake Clifton over there at Owasso. The linebacker ran a 4.5 40. That's moving sideline to sideline if I've seen it. And number 2 was also from Owasso, the wide receiver, Ronnie Thomas Jr. He showed incredible abilities in the one-on-one drills, and he looked like he was ready to perform really well in this upcoming season. Number 3, and certainly not least, was Bill Shaw, the wide receiver himself, formerly from Union, now transferring to Central. He ran a 4.4 40, blazing speed. He's a guy that you're going to need to keep an eye on, if you can.
In great field position. That one's blocked and recovered by Chalked on the end zone for a touchdown.
Be sure to go to yourview.com/OK for highlights and replays of the Ford Game of the Week. And check out our podcast and past episodes at yourview.com/OK. Like we say here, only the best in Oklahoma make it to Ford High School Weekly. That's why we're going to have a lot of fun watching all these players develop their talents over the summer. Thank you for watching Ford High School Weekly, and until next time, I'm your host, Deanna Mate.